talking about that. Tyler, the Creator. I want to get into that, and I'm really, really glad that we've had some time before I had to get on mics and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if I would have had to give my knee-jerk reaction to his new album, Don't Tap the Glass, it came out 2 weeks ago, I think, at this point, I might have hated it a little bit. I really, really like Tyler. Obviously, one of my favorite artists ever. Like, I'm a big, big Tyler, Creator fan. But I do feel like I've gotten used to Tyler, and I've said on mics I want a new sound from him. With this project, I knew that it was going to be dance vibes. I knew it was going to be high energy. So I was expecting kind of his version of a Honestly Nevermind, you know?
Yeah.
Like, is that the bag he's going to get into? And I loved it from a production standpoint off rip. It had me moving. It had me very upbeat, all that shit. I was very happy about it. But I didn't like the lyrics. I thought it was kind of simplistic. And I know that was the intention, but it almost felt like childish to a point. A little bit. This was at first. And then I just kept realizing that this was his most sticky project in a very long time. And I think the simplicity with the lyrics was the reason why. Like, I find myself going back and listening to songs that I maybe wasn't feeling as much at first and just being like, I'm bobbing my head, you know what I mean? Like, especially at the gym while I'm moving around, this is great music. It's easy to be repeated. Like, that's kind of been the whole 180 the album's done for me. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of it now. I really, really loved it.
I almost had like an inverse experience.
Really?
Where I think on first listen, I loved it. But I haven't found myself stuck to anything. And maybe that's just because I haven't played it enough. Because realistically, I've been moving around a lot and haven't really had a chance to like digest these last couple weeks of music. I fully think I just need to have a moment with it. Because on first listen, I was like, this sounds incredible. I love Tyler. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't like ran back to it. I haven't played a lot of the songs, so I'm still waiting on it like to really connect for me.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Tyler's music for me does need to be contextualized. Like, I feel like if I saw this performed, it would be incredible. And I really do like this project, especially off first listen. But the songs, I only go back to maybe 3 songs. Ring, 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 I'll Take Care of You.
Yep.
And then the outro, I'm blanking out on the name right now.
Yeah.
If you could pull it up.
The ones for me.
Oh, and Stop Playing With Me. That's a cool song too. I just feel like, again, context, like when I play it really like shapes it for me.
100%. Yeah, you're talking about Tell Me What It Is, the outro.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
For me, it's definitely Ring, 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 Don't You Worry, Baby, I'll Take Care of You. Those 3 more sing-songy type tracks are definitely my favorites. I don't love the like aggressive rapping stuff, but even that doesn't feel as abrasive as some of his earlier stuff. I think he's found a way to really make that a little bit more palatable and mainstream. So I like that. The
I'll
intro,
Take
Big
Care of You
Question.
is the one that I be going back to the most.
That's the best song. Yebba smoked that. Yebba absolutely bodied that. And then the Nuck If You Buck sample's crazy. Like the way that he was able to combine things, I think that's easily the stand out of this. But Ring 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 is crazy to me.
Yeah, Ring Ring
I
Ring
think
is
Ring
really
Ring Ring
fire.
is special. I also really like Sucker Free, where he's doing the kind of LA flow.
Yeah, I like Sucker Free too. I really like all these songs. I just need to live with them a little
That's
longer.
what's, like, I don't think this is, again, a revolutionary Tyler album, but I don't think that's what he was trying to make it be. I like the way that he's talked about it since it's came out too. He's like, just put it out. I actually kind of want to talk to you guys about that a little bit. How do you feel about him taking his platform, going on these interviews and saying, sometimes you don't have to overthink the music. Sometimes you don't have to have the whole perfect rollout. Sometimes when the music is ready and it's done, just put the shit out and then worry about it after. Be more reactive with your marketing and pushing of it as opposed to trying to plan everything out beforehand.
I love it. I mean, I think you just have to have the discernment to know when to do what.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen 3 flawless, perfectly executed rollouts from Tyler in a row with world building, with themes, with stunts, all this. He's in the perfect position to just drop a little pack for his fans. He doesn't need it to go crazy and sell crazy. And he probably also felt like time-wise, this was the right time for the music to come out. Sometimes if you sit on music, like it's for that time. You know what I mean? If you sit on it too long, it loses its edge. So I think you just need to know what music is going to still sound good when you take the time to clear everything and to perfect the rollout and what you can just drop.
Yeah.
Because this was a very unusual Tyler project. So I had a friend cop the vinyl and he's like, yeah, I got the vinyl and a bunch of the samples aren't on it. And it honestly didn't sound as good. And the quality of it wasn't up to standard with Tyler products. Probably because he just made all this shit, didn't clear all the samples, so he didn't want to put it on the vinyl, but he wanted the vinyl to ship the same week that it came out. You know what I'm saying?
That's lame.
It's trade-offs. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'm like, yeah, just throw the music out. You know, it doesn't have to be this whole thing.
Okay, but this is where, and this is a good transition because this is where I disagree.
Yeah.
I do feel like vinyls and merch is such a part of his package.
Yeah.
That if that's true, I feel like that's a miss for me.
You can't
Yeah,
sacrifice the brand.
I also feel like Tyler is big enough where he can say things like that, but he is on a national tour and he's not just putting music out, he's on tour and also doing mad press.
Yep.
That's why we see him every single day, because he's getting clipped up saying these things about just put music out. When we agreed earlier that, especially in 2025, you do need some sort of rollout, whether it's pre or post, in order to get your visibility and get your face out there. Because we're seeing the Justin Bieber album, and even though we like it, it's not quote unquote charting as well as some of these other projects where we see Clips doing a full month rollout, doing all the press, doing GQ, doing everything. They're in the streets of New York. I don't know, like performing on mics in front of crowds. You know what I mean? They're doing everything to get their chart position, to earn it, because they know that they're coming off of not dropping music in years.
We're seeing the difference between that and the Alfredo stuff. I don't want to get into it yet. We're going to take a second because I do want to finish this Tyler conversation, but you are right with like Clips as being active, and that's why their shit is still in the zeitgeist. I think that the Tyler conversation is super, super interesting because I think this is the most important thing in the musical climate we're at right now. Whether you're the biggest artist in the world, like these Tylers, Drakes, whatevers, or you are a new artist, the key to all of this shit is output. It sucks to say, and I think that we all come from an era where our favorite artists disappear for a while. We're from the Kendrick Lamar, Frank Ocean school of thought. That's unique to this era that we came up in. I feel like Michael Jackson had a high output. Stevie Wonder has a ton of music. Like niggas was dropping all the time throughout history of this shit, you know? There's obviously been those selective acts that have disappeared, the D'Angelos of the world, you know? And I think that that's great for them. But that's not a sustainable model for 99.9% of artists, right?
Yeah.
So if you're presented with that reality, I'm on the same page as Tyler. When you have music that's ready, you shouldn't just hold on to it and overthink it. You should put it out. But there is a way you put it out, right?
Yeah.
So if you're brand new or if you're really, really big, you can kind of move like Tyler. Put out the body of work. You don't have to overthink it. You could promote it after. You're probably going to be on tours and things like that, right? But if you exist in this middle tier where you're trying to break through or take that next step, I think once you have the music, you should be like, okay, I want to put this out, but let me give him a single before I give him the album. Let me do what Giveon just did. You know, if Giveon would have just put out the whole Beloved album instead of giving us Rather Be in 20s, I would have been less excited for the project. Yeah, because Giveon was cold to me. I hadn't loved the previous Giveon releases. Yeah. Then I fell in love with this specific album cycle and I was geeked up for the album. And now that's probably my favorite project of the year. Yeah. And it feels like a whole experience with that. I love seeing the music videos. I love understanding the aesthetic for that. For him, someone who's trying to enter that superstar status, the way he put out that project mattered a lot. But Tyler, you know, it's different, you know?
Well, and also to Osei's point, I think Tyler didn't really do what he's talking about, just putting it out. This wasn't just putting it out.
Yes.
Because we have two perfect case studies, because somebody that did really just put it out is Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
If we're talking about very little marketing, no physical units, like no vinyl pre-order, no merch, and no post-release marketing, that's what Tyler's talking about. Sorry. That's what Tyler's talking about. But what Tyler did, however you feel about not putting the samples on the vinyl, he prepared a bunch of vinyl that was able to ship the week of dropping. He did 3 listening parties the week that the music came out across the United States. Yeah, he teased it on the tour. Yeah. This low-key has been a super tight rollout. It's just an unconventional rollout without a single. Bieber, on the other hand, all over the place. And I think Tyler actually outsold Bieber week 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is wild, if we're being honest.
When you think about the type of music now too, like I think that this is also a conversation, and we'll move on Tyler in a second, but like Tyler is that. Like people of all ages love Tyler. And like I think that him as a superstar is like, we have to start talking about him in different types of conversations. Like to me, it wasn't surprising that he outsold Justin Bieber. I get that Justin Bieber is insane, but like Tyler is like, everyone loves Tyler.
Justin Bieber's on another level, and Tyler doesn't have a top 10 single.
Yeah.
You know, and like Bieber's all over the charts. Like Bieber, like how did that album not move that many units? There's more songs. It's gonna get playlisted everywhere.
So did Tyler.
But this is really what it is. It's the rollout, and merch is super important too, because merch contributes to your units, especially if you bundle it. Also, to say that Justin Bieber, I mean, you didn't say this, but I'm just gonna go on mic and say Justin Bieber, at least at his height, is a bigger artist than Tyler, the Creator.
For sure. I agree. I don't think he's at his height right now.
So Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah,
I don't think so either. But I also think that if he had a proper rollout, he should have been able to outsell Tyler because he had a higher charting single. You can't peep to number 2.
I
correct?
agree. I'm not talking about that.
Daisies.
I'm
Daisies.
talking about the
Daisies.
overall fan base thing. I think Tyler the Creator in 2025 can be competitive with Justin Bieber. That's just not crazy to me.
Well, that's clear. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's
that's-
clearly stated now. But if you had asked me that question before, I wouldn't have the answer.
I feel you.
Does
shout
any
out-
is besides Travis Scott, does anybody do merch and physical better than Tyler?
no.
No.
Right.
And like this, and like the rollout, no one does rollouts better than Tyler either.
Period.
Like this, we were like, this is a bad Tyler rollout, but
Yeah.
a great rollout for anyone else's standards.
Yeah,
You
and,
know?
and a great rollout for Tyler because
Yeah.
this is like switch it up. Don't give us the same rollout every time.
Yeah.
This like he might have been talking like he wasn't doing anything, but like this was just as saucy as all the other shit.
He was
Honestly,
trying shit. He was trying shit.